I don't think there's a ideal time. I would like to actually think about it as maybe, in general, I don't believe too much in it's a perfect situation to play them in or a bad situation to play them in. But one thing is for sure, they got a new manager, a brilliant manager. I think he's done a fantastic job in his earlier jobs. So they're very interested in doing everything they can to make that the manager be a success together with the players. They lost the first game, so if you lost a game, the most common response to a team that want to really improve and do well, and then now they just more or less had a clean slate with a new manager, then they want to work even harder. They want to do even better. So I think it's going to be extremely difficult tomorrow. I think there's no doubt that Man United are favourites. They can't afford not to win against us tomorrow. Of course, we believe and we will do everything we can to beat them, and I believe we have a good chance. I believe it's going to be a fantastic game in many ways. But this is Manchester United with the same players as last year, plus a very, very good player that I guess I will get a few questions about during this press conference. So there's no reason for me to use my words on him already now. So they are in a better place. But do I believe we can do something? Yes.
And one of those players I did mention right now is Christian Eriksen, who was there last season and now at United. How do you think that's going to work coming up against him? And now you've obviously got a new signing to that as well.
Say again.
And one of those players, Christian Eriksen, and how do you feel that game is going to go coming up against him in that team setup? Knowing that you know him so well, obviously, had him there previously.
Yeah, of course. I'm looking forward to see him again. Looking forward to say hello and ask him how he and his family is and give him a hug. And then I look forward to compete against him on the pitch and give him a hug after. And hopefully we got 3 points and he got 0. But let's see. I think no doubt with his qualities, you can also see it in the last game. I know he was used in two so different positions during the game, as a 9 and as a 6. You can say that that's a flexible player. But obviously his qualities on the ball is key, and we know we can't give him too much time because he can see the ball between lines, he can see the ball behind, and got the qualities to put it on a string for any player.
At the arrival of Damsgaard, which I know was kept under lucky keeper, how has that been joining in the squad, and how do you anticipate his players to be?
First, we were pleased that we managed to get a talent of Damsgaard in the building. It's not that easy. I'm very excited to work with him and develop him, because I think his ceiling is high. If he'll reach it, we never know, but we have a big belief that he can reach his or we can maximize his potential. It's about that, because no one knows what the ceiling is for any player. So it's about maximizing his potential. I think it's important to, I know people have been speaking about him or Eriksen, same, and two different style of player, I would say. And one is 30 years old and proved himself across world top football for many years. Damsgaard is a player that is on his steps upwards, hopefully going forward. And I have big expectations to him, but also know that he will need time to adapt and adjust. Coming from a new country, new league, we all know there's no training that's better than others, but they train different in Italy, and he said we definitely train a lot harder here than they did in Italy. So that's and he hasn't trained for 10 days, so obviously he needs time to get up to pace.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Paul, how is his general fitness, because he's had injuries and hasn't played a lot of?
General fitness good. So I'm definitely considering to bring him in the squad tomorrow. He's a player that we believe in, so if we believe in him, we should involve him. He had a full preseason, trained well, played games for Sampdoria, but he hasn't played or trained the last 10 days with the team. Of course, you know, done something and kept himself fit by running. So that, of course, is part of him not being at his top level, and then he's going into a level where we train harder and with more intensity. So of course he needs to bridge that gap, but it's not the same that he can't, let's say, play 10 or 15 or 20 minutes at a decent level. So that's a consideration for this game, and then going forward, then it's just about getting him up to that maximum pace. There's not one player, and I'm pleased with that, because that means we train at a very high intensity, which I believe in. There's not one player stepping in this building that said, whoo, they don't train that hard. Everyone is a little bit blown away and need to adapt to it, which is good.
I know you don't want to compare him and Christian, but you just described Christian as flexible, judging by the positions he played for United. How versatile is Mikkel?
I will also say he's relatively versatile. I think they are different, and we don't have to compare them today. But I think Mikkel is more winger 8-10, if that makes sense. So he's in that bracket, and I think he's really good between lines and coming from the inside, combining, linking up play, but also where he's really good is that penetration of the last line, either by his runs or passes or dribblings.
He can take a free kick as well. We saw that in the Euros.
That's okay. Yeah.
It wasn't a bad one. Has he shown that still in his locker in these past few days?
We haven't trained it, so it hasn't been. But we know, and it's definitely something we will look into and try to optimize.
And just one on Christian. When did you know that you wouldn't have him this season?
When did we know that? We did that. When was it announced that he went to United?
As late as that, was it?
No. We probably knew it 10 days before that, 2 weeks before that. Yeah, so depending on the dates, I can't remember. So we knew it before. So let's say it was when it was also those rumours before. I think it was announced, and before there was rumours, so we knew it before that.
Externally, a lot of the narrative tomorrow might be about obviously Christian coming back, and with the King of Denmark's gone, the new King of Denmark, maybe Brentford is in. How important is it to just focus on the fact this is 2022-23 Brentford against 2022-23 Manchester United as the game, rather than the narrative that might be spun outside or in the pubs or on the back pages?
Yeah, it's first. You just gave me a little bit of a reminder. I really, truly believe and hope that at least what I know this club would like to stand for, and definitely me, 100% as a person. I think it's a lot about respect and integrity. Not that I lose my head and do stupid things sometimes, but I try my very best to show respect and integrity. So I really, really hope that when Christian steps on that pitch, or then when they announce his name, that we really truly applaud him, because I think we helped him and he helped us, and I think that's how we should see it. When I know it's a short time, it could be any player, not because it's Christian. It could be another player who's Ollie Watkins was here 3 years, did amazing. Face him in against Villa, should be standing ovation for me before the game. Thank you for everything you've done. We love you. Blah blah blah. Game starting whistle. Boom. It's a fight. We do everything we can to beat them, and we celebrate when he kicks the corner outside the pitch. Fair enough. That's part of the game. But I think that's what we should be about, and I hope we do that. Secondly, I don't think you guys are really good at what you're doing, but I can definitely write the stories tomorrow. If we lose and Christian is influential in that part, I can write that story. When we win, I can also write that story. But what we do internally is it's about the game. It's about 11 players in I don't know what they play. They're not playing red, of course. So anyway, 11 Man United players that we will face tomorrow, and one of them is Christian Eriksen. That I would like to do my very best to close down, like we want to close Fernandes down, and be aware of Rashford and Sancho. So that's our focus.